police showing out for the white cop.
KSOL Black Talk Radio, the new black media. Family, this video is about a former Houston Metro police officer by the name of Jarius Warren. He's 24 years old. He was a rookie cop. Well, he was convicted Wednesday of assault, bodily injury for the beating of a man at a light rail stop in September 2016, according to the Harris County District Attorney's Office. A judge Thursday sentenced Warren to 2 years probation and, get this, 30 days of jail time. He would also be forced to wear an ankle monitor during that probation period. Warren's attorney, however, informed the judge that they will file a motion for a new trial. That motion was not granted or denied at this time, so the probation sentencing is frozen for now. The judge issued a $100 bond for Warren's release. Isn't that nice? Well, only when you are a cop that they give you those type of deals. In 2016, KHOU 11 spoke to the man who was beaten by the Metro police officer. He says, quote, "I'm glad to see he was charged. What he did was awful. Quote, I was just asking for help," said Daryl Giles, who spoke to KHOU 11 News from the Harris County Jail. So this young man's name is Daryl Giles. Let that be known. And as you heard from the victim, he said that all he was doing was asking for help. And asking for help, this is what you get. And this is what you get from a black police showing out for the white cops, just like Ice Cube sung back in the day. And it still holds true. Well, what they report is that Giles was arrested in another incident weeks after he was beaten. Well, you know how they do, because that's when they start profiling you, because now they know that they've done you wrong and they want to prove that you're a bad guy. It's really important in this white supremacist system that they make you to be the bad guy. So, of course, they're going to report that weeks later he was arrested for another incident. But the article doesn't say what that incident was. But anyway, Giles explained that on September 14th, 2016, he was just waiting at the Burnett train station for the next train while charging his phone. When Officer Warren asked him to leave, he says that that's when the attack began. Giles is homeless, but said he lives with his mother half the time. Well, you know how that is, because our system makes sure that also in this ugly system we live in, when it comes to black people, you can't have your relative live with you too long. After 15 days, I believe, they make it very difficult for black life. And then they say, the racist, they ask you to give them a reason or give them an example of what's racist. Well, that's an example, but I digress. The district attorney at the time, Devin Anderson, said the officer shouldn't be wearing a badge. Well, that's definitely true, but why do you always make an example of the black men and women in blue? Because you guys remember the police officer who, I forget her name, but she was a light-skinned African American. She spoke highly against other police officers who were committing police brutality on black people. And what did they do? Well, they fired her. That's because black lives matter. But again, I digress. Giles had originally been charged with criminal trespass and resisting arrest for the incident, but once the video came to light, those initial charges were dropped. Well, I would imagine so, doing the right thing. But this police officer doesn't deserve a badge, but neither does this veteran that sat alongside and watched him get beaten and then sat on top of him while they handcuffed him, when all he was doing was asking for help while black. This is KSOL, Black Talk Radio, the new black media.
Police showing out for the white cop.